Hi everyone, this is Just Trying to Play It, and we are back with Pumpkin Days. We are on day 7, spring of year 1. I think we had already gone through a weekend, I guess you'd call it farmer's market, and we're going to check on the weather. We are going to try our best to do this every day. We're going to make it a routine because the television is right in front of us. So really there's no reason not to check all of this. But at the same time, just in case you hadn't noticed, oh, we're learning how to make noodles. That's great. So just in case you had not noticed, the date, a small wall, don't need that yet. But it's good to know. It's good to know. The day restarts basically as far as the TV and such are concerned. It restarts every at 6 o'clock daily. So we are trying our best to make sure that we have checked the television before 6 p.m. and then we want to check it again before 6 a.m. So we are trying to make sure that we have all of that covered and that there are no issues with missing anything. Now, there will be times when we do miss something, so please keep that in mind. But we're going to try not to miss as many of them. And whether or not, whatever reasons are that we miss it, hopefully they're good reasons, meaning that we got so busy with making money or doing something that we didn't get back in time or something like that. I'm not trying to pass out, so please keep that in mind as well. And I do realize that I believe the game has something about not sleeping after a while. So we need to make sure that we do that as well. One thing is our character, if I remember correctly, in the last early access version, our character does, oh good, there's some bacon in there. Our character does give us an idea that they're tired. So we probably need to hurry up and get back and sleep. Oh, some more bacon. Oh, they just raining bacon on us today. Oh, some more bacon. It's just a trifecta of bacon. You can't have too much bacon. I'm just going to let you know that right now. If anything, you cannot have. Now, you can put bacon in the wrong recipes, but you cannot have too much bacon. So please, let's keep that in mind as well. So here's my payment, $5.80. And then we have an additional 100 for the eggs. And then here's Eddie. How do you feel about bees? Nicholas has been telling me that the other farmers won't buy his flower seeds because the seeds his brother sells make more profit. So I had the idea of maybe making and selling bee boxes. If you place the bee box around flowers, the bees will make honey for you. If you show enough interest in flowers, I'll start building and stocking them in the shop. I would say ship about 100 flowers. That's fine because I had already started shipping some of the the poppies that we find, as well as some of the other flowers. But I guess it won't hurt to go ahead and buy some more of these, or buy some of these flower seeds. I don't remember which ones I have, and now I'm too far away from the house to even figure it out. So let's just go ahead and see what he has available. So, oh, need anything? Okay. I borrowed this CD from Babat. Can you return it for me, please? Sure, I can. Now, I try to do those every time they have them, especially if I'm not in a huge hurry to do anything. Mainly because I just want to be able to get whatever little things they give you for that, because those things could be really lucrative. And I don't want to miss out on anything, especially right now. Now, later on, also, they give you social points, towards hearts. So sometimes this is the easiest way to get your social points. But at the same time, and I'm going to show you in 1 minute, you can see if you go to, let's see here. You have a nice day too, Nicholas. You can see if we go here what they like. So this game, I think, has made this part so much more easier. Well, easier than say something like a Stardew Valley, or even a I want to say My Time at Portia. I haven't played My Time at Portia for a while, but I do believe that there were instances where you really didn't know what to give to people, so you kind of had to guess, and sometimes you lost out on, products and stuff. So I mean, even if you just pop through here, I mean, you would see all what everybody likes, and this is so freaking awesome. It makes it so much easier. And then you've got these people in Pumpkin Vale. You've got Wahoo Beach. You haven't met any of them yet, so of course you don't know. You haven't met any people in Spoonie Island or Diamond Falls, so it really helps a bit, to do that. Now I should have frozen it while I did it, but that's not bad. That's not a problem. Now Vabat is one of those people who I don't believe he comes out of his location, out of his place, until about 2 o'clock. Now, Vabat is a guy after my own heart. He takes his time. He enjoys his day. Doesn't mess with anybody, and just pretty chill. So I kind of like that. So let's see. Yeah, if I put that on Vabat and kind of take a look, it says he's over here, which I believe is his house. At least that's what I believe it is. I believe that's his house. So I am going to wait for him to wake up and come outside. So I'm going to try to find him at about 2 o'clock. Okay, Sebastian, let's see what you've got here. I think I've got all of this stuff. Do I have strawberry seeds? I think I do. I think I have turnips also. But you know what? I don't think you can have too many of anything. So it would be nice to have more strawberry seeds too. So we're going to do it. Only because, do I have a lemon tree? I think I do. I have a macadamia tree, lemon tree. You know what? We're just going to buy one. We're just going to buy one of each. And if we end up with 2 of them, so be it. That's not an issue. We'll find something to do with the macadamias and the lemons that we get. And I believe there's like one other tree seed that we can have for this area. I think. I don't remember I don't know if it's cherry or what, but I think there is one more. I think each season there's probably 3. I don't know. It might be. But I want to put them out early so that around the time where summer rolls around, we'll just have, just a ton of that stuff, just working its way to us. I mean, just constantly having things growing is my primary concern right now. We are farmers first, and some of these trees really need to move. I mean, we are farmers first, so that's what I'm going to work on. Now, yeah, that's a lemon one. Yeah, we got them all. But you know what? Don't care. I am going to create another tree area here. Okay. Now, I'm full. Won't be getting that right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now, here is one of the reasons why I kept... Oh, I didn't return Old Martha. I've got to return Old Martha. So this is one of the reasons why I kept either I kept it or I bought another one. In a couple of the playthroughs, I sold this thing. And I probably shouldn't have, because it's hard when you're trying to put in tree seeds. We're going to put the lemon one there. and the macadamia there. It's hard when you're planting tree seeds because this hoe is going to make all these spaces around it. Now, you may not think that's a big deal, but it is, because this tree cannot have any spaces around it either. So it has to be free, like you see here. So if you were to use this hoe or any hoe that did multiple spaces, it wouldn't let you plant that tree. So then you would have to use the shovel to remove all of the ones around it, which is more energy, which is more pain in the behind, and mainly because you don't have that kind of time. You don't have that much energy to use. So I try my best to keep it, the way it is, so I didn't have strawberries. Oh well, I'm glad I grabbed some then. And I didn't have turnips either, so that's wonderful. But yeah, so it's just important for me, for my purposes, to make sure that I did have strawberries. Oh well, we'll two patches of strawberries is not gonna hurt anyone. But I try to make sure that now when these grow, they're gonna overlap each other because they grow into these wonderful, luxurious trees. But I don't care, because I'll still be able to see from this vantage point what needs what needs to be harvested and stuff like that. So let's see, we do have our bacon. We do have bacon. Because I was going to say we don't have any food to eat, but I completely forgot about our bacon. So we do have that. So that means that we could, let's just put this iron and stuff up. Let's put this up. We could actually, this thing I'm going to sell, it's not a lot of money. But we don't need it right now. So just to get some space in here to put something else. I do want to sell my roses. I want to grow roses in order to sell. So I've got a whole little selection of seeds already. But that's fine. I'm probably going to sell the roses in order to meet that 100 quota. And then the rest of them, I'm going to set it up so that I can put the beehives around them. And then that way I'll get honey every day. So let's see. I don't want, let me see, we're going to put that in there. We've got daffodils, we've got trillium, we've got a bunch of roses, we've got morning glory, we've got violets. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff going on around here. Turnip. Which ones did I do already? Let's look at my journal. And we've already completed turnips, so that's why I didn't have any more turnips. But, turnips do come in handy later on. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to find the milk at the next farmer's market. But I think for the most part, we don't have kidney beans. Was he selling kidney beans? I don't remember if he was or wasn't. Yeah, we got some down anyway. So we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get these down here. Let's put as many, let's do our, let's see. Those, that lettuce is going to come out looking so good. I am going to put the rose seeds over here. And let's eat a bacon. That gives pretty good energy. That gives really good energy for just, how much is it worth? It's worth 40. It's pretty cheap, but it really does give some really good energy. And I like the fact that it gives that much for so little. So that means we probably pay like 100 for it, or 80 or something if we were to get it from the cafe. But that's fine, because I usually try to get the cheap stuff. I get the cheap stuff to eat, and to munch on when I'm doing different things. So it just makes sense. Now, you may be wondering why I'm holding on to, let's go in here. I have my aluminum in there. I've got some more salt. You may be wondering why I'm holding on to my disaster dish. Now, last time, Sebastian had asked for a certain number of disaster dishes, and I didn't want to waste any type of crops or produce in order to do what he asked me for. At the time when he asked, I was in a position where I really couldn't waste anything. So let's just put it that way. Now is not the same thing. I can probably, well, right now I can't waste anything because I need that stuff for money and, for those purposes. So what I would have loved to have done was to have found disaster dishes like I just did, and to use those dishes for, just other things, just to make sure that I was able to not use my own produce and, just see the profit in that, as opposed to purposely messing up dishes. Oh, you got something too. Oh, for Sebastian. Okay. But let's see what Hefe, which is what I'm going to call him until someone tells me differently. He's got a lot of gold stuff going on. Now, my gold watering can is going to last a little while. My gold hoe is going to last a little while. The gold fishing rod is nice to have, but I'm not planning on fishing that much right away. Actually, my first meteor tool is probably going to be the fishing rod. And I'll tell you my reasons behind that in 1 minute. But he does not have what I'm looking for. Now, I do have a silver pickaxe. So, the silver pickaxe is still pretty good. But let's go and deliver. We can probably wait to deliver old Martha. Let's go and talk to Sebastian again and see what he has. Let's see what's on the board, too. Meatball sub can't do. They're going to need some kidney beans in 7 days. I don't remember. We can definitely do this for Shauna, though. I don't remember how long it took kidney beans to grow, nor do I remember when I believe I planted them early. Honestly speaking, I could probably just buy the kidney bean if I really wanted to fulfill that quota, which I might do anyway if it gets to the point where it's too late for me to actually harvest those. And that's one thing too that I keep that I used to forget in playing during early access. I forgot that I could buy the actual produce and stuff, especially at the weekend farmers market. If it came about where I couldn't fulfill the quota for something, then it just made sense to, just go buy it and then do it instead of losing out on the friendship points. But, me being the way I was then, okay, 40 for the fish, it's going to get shipped. I just feel like that particular fish, especially, okay, let me go here and make sure that I've got the bot marked. Okay, he's marked. I've got 2 turnips to give to D, a kidney bean for Tessa, and 3 lettuce for Shauna. Do I have lettuce on me? Yeah, so I can probably do that now. But what I was saying was, I just didn't think about spending money to buy something and then turn around giving it to someone else, because it didn't seem like I was going to make anything on it. But you have to think about, well, what about the friendship points? What about the points that you're going to get, when you actually fulfill this thing? Excuse me. Okay, so Vabat is actually standing around. Let's see where Shauna is. I believe she went home already. Yes, she's at home. So I can't do anything with Shauna. But we have time for Shauna, so I'm not going to worry about it. Babat, we don't have too much time for. Either we catch him now or we try our best to catch him the next day, which I believe we wouldn't do because I think we picked this thing up at about 9 or 10 o'clock. So we would actually miss him. So we really only have this small window of time to catch up with him. And one time I mistook Eddie for Babat. I mean, they just, they've got the same hair. So, okay. He's always so sleepy. Always so sleepy. What did he give me? Money? Yeah, he gave me cash. That's fine. Cash is fine too. So we're looking at 611. Where's Ezekiel go? Is he already at... Let me see. He's coming up here. I'm surprised he's not. Where does he go? Is he going up this thing? Oh yeah, I forgot he actually goes towards the square after about 5 o'clock. Thank you, partner, for bringing me back my old girl here. I ain't gonna be mining in that cave for a bit though. I think I'll just be panning by the river instead. You know what, partner? You could go down to the mines and get yourself some ores and gems that you could use to sell and make tools. Here, let me give you a good pickaxe. Anyways, back to panning for that sweet, sweet gold. So we received a gold pickaxe, which is wonderful. So with our silver pickaxe and the gold pickaxe, we should be fine in the mines for a while. Now, how long is a while? Don't know. But we're going to find out because we're going to have to go back in there sooner. Pretty soon. I really don't want to linger too much. But right now, I think I'm going to cut down a tree or two. We're going to need some planks and stuff anyway. And before we buy the, let's eat a little bit. I probably shouldn't have eaten that because it's going to give me more energy than I might want right now. But no, actually, we can make do with this. We can make use of this. But yeah, I think that we're gonna go for, like you saw when I had went to the cafe. I found a couple. I want to find a couple of good cheap items to buy. A couple of cheap things to buy from the cafe, and actually that keeps me. It will keep me in good food until I can start either making my own or, we find, a better way to do things. Because what I realize in the game is you don't have to go to sleep necessarily. You don't have to sleep overnight. You can probably take a nap and be okay. Like right now, if you look at my character, she's tired. Okay. But she's tired from work. She's not tired just because she's up too late. But that still is an indicator that, yes, I do need to go to sleep. And at least, I think you at least have to sleep for maybe an hour or so. So let's check the weather again. Still 36%. We're learning how to make boiled eggs. 3 eggs and that's it. I think that's a waste of eggs. Crafting channel. Antique office desk. Well, that's fine. That's fine. So that doesn't look like the Jacqueline we know, huh? So, let's see. Let's go ahead and sleep another day. Well, sleep for 8 hours, not another day. All right. Now it is 5:30. I do believe these things change every hour. I could be wrong about that, but I do believe they do. And I think they change also based on whether or not they were watered in time. I've seen sometimes where after I've watered something, they grew. So it was just waiting for me to water it. So we're going to go ahead and take care of the watering now. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that weather changes. If there's going to be a weather change, it will happen at 6 a.m. So everything kind of changes at 6 a.m. So let's keep that in mind when we're doing this stuff. Okay, I'm going to need some more water. So let me just fill that up right now. Okay. Now, ideally, I really don't need a better shovel until later. Mainly because I rarely shovel anything. So I admit that I rarely shovel anything. But I may make a mistake with some of these plots and end up having to shovel the thing. But let's put this down here. And let's get some of this, let's get this up. We can get this thing up too, just to have that space. And then let's do this. Let's do that. And let's see, we probably could put beehives over here. Now, let's see how long these take. 5 days for that one, 4 days for that one, 4 days, 4 days, and 8 days. That's interesting. Okay, so let's put the ones that take the least amount of time down. Let's put those down, and let's put these down. Now, these are not money crops, so keep that in mind. These are not going to be crops that I use to sell, well, money flowers or whatever you want to call them. Mainly because they're not going to give us a lot. We can get cosmos just by wandering around the beach, well, not beach, but wandering around where the water is. So I don't think they sell for a lot. I think they sell for like 5 a piece. So this is really not a lucrative crop, but the roses I think sell for a decent amount for flowers. So we're going to use the roses as the beginning, or at least to make sure that we've sold a lot of enough flowers to make to equal 100. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to sell, we're going to then try to get the beehives so that we can get some honey on a daily basis. We'll take that net. Let's go over here and look and see. Cherries, gonna take a while. Not giving anybody corn dogs. Chicken eggs, kidney beans. We should be able to do those kidney beans. I hate, well, you know what? Let's take a chance. I mean, I hate doing that, but if it comes down to it, like if it's not ready by the weekend, then we'll buy the kidney beans just to make sure. So let's check our mail, which we're going to try to make that a daily routine as well. 30 from that. So another 100, so 130. Okay, hello citizens. It's come to our attention and you may have concerns about the factory that will be built on the island. Johns Corp would like to assure you that the well-being of the environment is our top priority. We will have a recycling facility at our factory that will recycle all of our cans, and we will ensure that our factory releases only clean smog. Is there such a thing as clean smog? I don't know, you tell me. Our estimated time for completing the factory is spring on the 3rd year from now. So yeah, we've got time to do some stuff. Let's see. Let's go check with how much money we have. 741. It's not enough for a gold anything, but we really don't need any gold items. Let's go and try and see. Wait, let's check our... We can do this for Shauna right now. And we can do D maybe tomorrow. Okay, so we've got strawberries left. I think we've planted everything that we need. We didn't put the lettuce in there. And don't I have lettuce? Yeah, I have lettuce on me. I don't know what I'm thinking. You know what? Let's go take care of stuff in the house first before we go to the mines. Let's go in here and talk to Shauna. Give her the lettuce. I can get Eddie to make most of the furniture I need, you know. I've got this extra piece, so how about you take it? That's wonderful. Where is it? This thing. Oh my God. Look at that. This is why, okay, we're just going to pause here and just take a moment. This is why you do these different individual quests. Now, I know that a lot of people think that these are just for social and you get really bad gifts, but this right here should prove that entire thing wrong. Even if you get a t-shirt that's 100 or something like that, what you're giving them normally is not worth what you're giving back. So what you're giving back makes you a profit, even if you may have bought it. In this case, this makes up for a lot. I gave her 3 lettuce. Lettuce sells for 5 each. I gave her 15 coins worth of stuff, and I get 1,600 coins back. Even if this doesn't happen again for 100 of those things, it's more than paid for any future items. And it gives you that heads up, you know, like that helping hand in the beginning when you need money, because we need money at the moment. You know, we do. When you first start this game, money is a big issue, and storage is a big issue. This game makes it so that you have to make money to increase your storage. You know, you have to make money to obviously do a lot of stuff in this game. So that's why I always say, you know, don't overlook stuff like that. You know, don't overlook, you know, I love games that have bulletin boards or request boards, stuff like that, because that tells me that there's a little more in those things. You're going to make more from it. And you should, because you're taking it, you know, you're taking time out to specifically, you know, do this for these people. So yes, I want a little extra, but something like this, and I'm sorry you may hear the garbage truck coming by to pick up the garbage, but it's a welcome sound for me because sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes, you know, our garbage guys kind of miss us. So I'm happy to hear them. But what I'm saying is this 1,600 that I just put in there is going to cover a lot of stuff. With what I already have, I'm at 2,300 plus everything else, you know, the quota, the extra for the quota. I mean, I'm so happy with it. It's just not even funny, you know, and I'm going to even right now, because I'm so inspired by it, I'm going to go ahead and cover, I think I'm going to cover Dee's quests. Well, her requests. So, and I'm supposed to be selling this watering can. Now, the wooden watering can has no purpose after you get a better one. You might want to hold on to it if you need it for backup. Just in case you don't pay attention to your better quality watering cans and you find yourself letting them break. Now, what I normally do is when my watering can gets really, really close to breaking, I will then turn around and sell it before I let it break. And that's just to recoup a little bit of money, even if I didn't pay for it. But, it just helps. Did you do that thing I asked? Cool. Here, have some pocket money. Now she's going to pay you probably twice of what it's worth or something like that. Which is fine, Yeah, 12 gold. You would have gotten 6 for it, so she gives you 12 instead. So now, it's still pretty early. I can't do the kidney beans yet. Wood planks for Nicholas. I'm going to have to do those later. Sometimes I think when people play this and they get a special request from someone, they don't accept it because they think that it's going to take too long. Or they're not going to have enough time to do it. It's going to take too long to gather what they need. But what I've noticed in this game is that you get the time. Like if they give you a special request, you have the time. And if it's like please find this for me, please find that, you usually could do it within the time that they give you. So it's not as big of a deal as we try to make it out to be. So let's see. Let's prepare this. So this is going to be where I put... I am going to put my beehives, say, here. Like in this area. Now, I don't believe that I can slip them in this little small spot. So I'm going to go back one more and put another set of crops here. So that way I've got crops here like around them. So I've got these up here, which will be, 18. And then I'll put these 18 behind them. So there's 36 crops that will be in their line of, I guess you can call it line of fire, where they can get their stuff from. Let's see, daffodils take how long? 5 days. The morning glories take the longest, so I was gonna start those off anyway. The violets take 4. Now I may put the violets here so that it also is hitting it from this side over here. I might. Because this side here is probably going to be just set up for that. Let's get these out of here. Yeah, this side here, I think this is the beehives is going to be here. Or, they may go further down here. It just depends on how I do it. But let's water them first before I do anything. And I see that something else is ready to be harvested. I think those are my kidney beans. Sweet. Kidney beans are ready. Now, I didn't use any type of fertilizer for any of this because fertilizer does cost a little bit more. But I just believe that, in all honesty, fertilizer is used for the more... I am not going to give Evan anything because I'm not going to go that way right now. But fertilizer is used for maybe the more lucrative crops. Now, at the same time, it can be used for the other crops when you're planning on cooking a lot or, something like that. So, don't get me wrong. It can be used for any crop. For being a helpful citizen, I hereby reward you with this reward. She's so awkward. Poor girl. She's just so awkward. Okay, so she paid me for it. You run into that sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I don't have... I wasn't going to get that much for it anyway. So, if we look at the kidney beans... You're going to get 3 each for kidney bean. And she only wanted 1. So yeah, she ended up paying me twice the amount for that kidney bean. Is it a lot of money? No, it's definitely no. It's not a lot of money. It's definitely not a lot of money. But is it worth it? Yes, it is, because you got the friendship points from her. And for something, that's really not worth that much to give you that much friendship, I think it's more than worth it. Now, at the moment, we could buy the sawmill and go ahead and do those planks and get that done for tomorrow. Because I think we might miss Nicholas. I mean, we probably could catch him, but then again, we might not. So I'm tempted to do so. I'm tempted to get the sawmill, which I'm going to get. And I might get a crafting bench later or get the kitchen. I don't think that I know enough recipes, however, to really, really do a lot. To really do anything significant. But that won't stop me, will it? No, it will not. So let's go back here. Unfortunately, you could plan on doing things sometimes in this game, but they don't always work out that way. This is probably the most organized I've ever been with a farming game. And I don't say that because I just genuinely, I guess I can say that because I genuinely do not care how my plots are. Now, normally in some other farming games, I will have multiple items in this plot. Like in this 3x3, I'll have some turnips, I'll have some lettuce, I'll have some of everything in here. I just really did not care to put everything sort of, I guess you could say just kind of, in its own little, section. I really didn't care about it. I just said I just want to get the stuff down and just call it a day. And just really didn't pay any attention to it. But it does look better. I think it looks better having the same crops and the same type of grid. And luckily with this game, we're not guessing either what those crops are. So that's a big deal also to me. So let's go ahead and see if we can't put this bad boy down. Now, in this case, I don't care where this thing is. I put it over here mainly because I want it out of the way. I want a separate section for my crops and another section for just the kitchen and all that other stuff. I don't plan on going into the house to really do a lot of stuff. So, okay, he wanted brown wood, I believe. So we've got to, I don't want to cut the grass. So we've got to get this wood. The other wood is smoky wood. We don't have anything to eat, so we're gonna run the risk of possibly getting ourselves in a little bit of trouble here. But we'll keep piling it in until we get to that 20. We may just do it tomorrow. Now, what we can do, which will not take any type of stamina or anything, is to go put our recycling in. And I really love that they added this. I just feel like it's really welcome. A lot of people probably have been asking for it because you did fish different things out of the ocean and stuff, and you found it. But at first, there was no purpose for it. So you just either sold it for 1 gold coin or, you just tossed it because the 1 gold coin didn't matter to you at that moment. But this actually is a really good idea. They're worth at least something. So each of these, obviously, see, this net is worth, I think, Yeah, 2 by itself. So that's really important. So each of these is worth 20 gold. So just with that little bit of recycling, I have created another 120 gold coins for really doing nothing, which is always welcome. When you can make money from doing nothing, I don't know too many people that would turn that down. Would you turn that down? I don't know too many people that would. I was probably going to end here, but we're going to do one more day. We're going to do one more day, and then we're going to end the episode there. But this is one of those games that will take a while to finish. And even if at what point do you really finish? Now that they've added the dating and stuff like that, I am really curious to see how that goes. So let's see. We've got that stuff in there. We've got a good amount of money going in there. I'm really happy about that. Let's check this also. Let's see what the weather is going to do. 68% of rain. Oh, that's great. And we learn how to make fries. That's a double whammy. I wouldn't say whammy, but that's a double blessing. Potato, vegetable oil. We can buy vegetable oil, I think, from the farmer's market. And a gold pickaxe. Now, there's another trifecta. We have been lucky today. We have been very lucky today. That is a trifecta. Let's go to our workbench. Well, we don't have a workbench. We don't have a crafting table. But that's fine because we're going to get one. So we could actually start making our own gold pickaxes without having to go and buy them anymore. Now, provided that we find enough gold in the mines, we could just knock ourselves out and, have a nice little set of gold pickaxes. Now, should I get up early? And if I do, for what? Yeah, let's do it. We'll get up at 4. That'll be a full 8 hours of sleep. We should be well rested, fully rested, which we are. And we got up at 4:03. It's still dark outside, of course. But let's just check on things and see if there are things for us to harvest. So let's get our harvesting done. And then this will cut down our watering later because now we have 2 less crops that we need to water. These are onions. They're not important, I don't think, this season. The sugar beets, however, I should really probably buy more sugar beet seeds. And I say that because sugar beets, I think, are only spring crops. But you can use sugar all throughout the year, obviously, for different things. So I think I might actually buy some more sugar beet sugar beet seeds whenever I see them. So let's go. Yeah, none of this stuff replenishes until 6 a.m. So let's look. Got strawberry sugar beets. So we're gonna need 10 sugar beets. We've done the lettuce. I think we did. Did we do the kidney beans? We did not do the kidney beans. So let's do. Let's get the sugar beets in there before 6 a.m. See, this is why you wake up early sometimes, because you can then stop yourself from missing out on completing these things. So, okay. So we've got the sugar beets in, we've got the lettuce and the kidney beans. That's pretty good. That leaves us with the milk, the barley, and the strawberries. So we've only got 3 things left to do to fulfill the quota, and it's the 9th of spring. I think that's pretty good. And now we need to water because the time has changed, and Everything looks dry, so we're gonna go handle that. Today we'll probably go to the mines because we are early with everything. And I think that we're gonna go check out Sebastian first and see if he has any sugar beet seeds or any seeds that we may want to keep growing. Because that's the one thing too. It's like you have to ask yourself, what do I really want to have a good stock of? You know, do I want a bunch of, you know, just, I don't know, random stuff, or do I want, you know, some of everything? And I think that I want at least 2 full slots of everything for every season. So turnips, for instance, I think they grow all year round, if I'm not mistaken, but you can quickly make turnip soup, you know, that you can then use in the mine. But that's all year round, so that's fine. Sugar beets, however, only grow, I believe, during the spring. So you find yourself needing to get these again, you know, because you can't get them any other time other than spring. So you probably want to keep as much of those as possible. There's probably no limit on how many of those you need, especially since they make sugar. And sugar is used in a lot of recipes. And wintertime, I mean, the one thing you probably would do in winter is go fishing if you can. And probably go talk to people, visit people. Chance of rain tomorrow is 100%. That's wonderful. Okay, learn how to make scrambled eggs. That's fine. And I just thought about it. I probably shouldn't have watered because it said it was going to rain today. So I wasted that. A meteor sickle. Now, that sounds great, but I don't know if that's going to be necessary. Wait a minute. It's supposed to be raining today. Maybe I'm just off on my days. I don't know. But we didn't water these, so I almost missed it. So let's see. Let's just look around real quick. Okay. I mean, we've got a few plots going. Not a lot of stuff going on. 4, 6, 8. We've got about 10 full plots here. 90 crops going. So, I mean, that's not too bad. You know, it's not a matter of, it's not always a matter of, you know, how much, but the quality of everything. And I think right now we're doing pretty good. Like I said, we're on the 9th day. We've got 2 gold tools already. A silver tool. Well, really 3 gold. Oh, the corn dog. Yes. Now, I don't know if you remember I don't know if you've seen it, but this corn dog is like a great find in the garbage. 400 for that. I mean, you can't beat that. So please, if you play this game, make sure that you're taking at least a moment to look in here and see what's in here. You don't have to grab all of the trash that's in here, like the old swim trunks, things like. You don't have to grab it. But at least look in it to see what they have, because the corn dog is extremely, it's lucrative to you. You can sell it. You can eat it if you want. I prefer not, because to me, it's over my price threshold as to the things that I want to eat. Now I have $18.50 just from the stuff, just from doing those little quest stuff yesterday. So now I'm at $2,200. That's not a lot of money in by any stretch of the imagination, but I think that on the 9th day, it's pretty darn good. Now I'm gonna get some more. So I get another 100 for the sugar beets. I get another 100 for the kidney beans. And I get another 100 for the lettuce. So I'm at $25.09. And then I get another 1,000 here. Thank you so much for working hard on your farming quota. I'm sending you this letter with some unique seeds, and you can try growing on your farm. They are for my cousin who likes to create interesting hybrid crops. I'm not quite sure how they would turn out. Good luck. Now I got the Pterots. Now, those are only grown during the fall. These seeds are the types of seeds that I would definitely use fertilizer on. And it's mainly because the idea for me is to have the seeds, I guess, multiply the seeds, if you want to say. So the fertilizer gives you an additional 3 to 9 per seed. The seeds are going to give you, I believe these seeds give you 5 apiece. Now, unless they've changed that in between early access and full release, the seeds will give you 5 of each of the Pterots. So therefore, if you have a crop of a 3x3 grid, which is 9, you're going to get 45 of those crops, which is not bad. I believe they sell for, I want to say 100 a piece or 50 a piece. I don't know what they are anymore, but let's say they sell for 100 a piece. So you now have a crop that's worth, you've got, no, I think they're 50 a piece. So you now have a crop that's worth about, 2,500, something like, whatever it is. So you've got 5 each on, on the spots, 45. They sell for 50 each. You've got 22.50. Okay. Not bad. Not a bad, deal for any crop, because none of the crops really give you that. So you're good. But let's say, for instance, you end up with just 3 extra per crop. You've got an extra 27 of those, which means you now have another 13. What is that? 13.50. So instead of 22.50, you now have a little bit extra. So I think that's very important. I think this is very important. Okay, we're going to return that to Jamie, sure. But we want to check with you because we want the crafting bench. I really want that big backpack. But what I'm going to do in this case, now, I don't like spending money, but I don't believe that we can create anything that gives you more space than this large crate. I'm going to buy that thing and go ahead and spend the money for this large crate. Now, let's see if it tells me how much space. 50 items. Now, I don't think that you can find anything or make anything that gives you that much space. So yes, I'm going to spend my money on it and not even worry about it, because you can make the money back. It's really not it's really not that difficult. It is not that difficult. Okay, Jamie's over there. So yeah, I don't know where I was going. But it's not that difficult anymore, but it's well worth it. You now have 50 more slots that you can use. I'll let you know if there's anything else I need. In the meanwhile, have this. Now, did he give me an item or some money? It looks like he gave me money. So I'm at $18.99. I'm fine with that. I don't know about you guys, but I am very fine with that. Okay, let's go back to the farm. We were going to go to the mines, but we're going to go a little later. Let's go over here. No, we were supposed to go and check and see if Sebastian had any type of, yeah, we were supposed to go check with Sebastian and see if he had some certain seeds. Antique office desk, wall cabinet, the large things, the tables, that takes 6, that takes 20, antique lamp. Okay. Now, we're going to put our storage, like, right about here. Let's see, right there by the door. Now, look at this thing here. This thing holds 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. It's a good start. It's a very good start. But it does not hold a lot. So you need something that holds like this bad boy. Look at this space. This is beautiful. This is all you really, I mean, if you got a few of these laying around, yes, they're $1,200 a piece. I know. And you may not want to spend that kind of money on anything, and I understand why. But if you do have the cash, it is well worth it to buy something like this. You can see it yourself. I mean, I don't even have to explain to you the reason why you need to get something like this. I mean, I am going into the mine, so I'm trying not to take as much stuff. I make that mistake a lot. I tend to take more items than I need, and I need to actually stop by the cafe too. So I'm going to do that. I am going to stop by the cafe first and see what cheap food I can buy. I don't expect to get through to the deepest part of the mine today, mainly because of, I guess, time constraints or whatever, but I do expect to go pretty far. Now, let's look here and see what they have. They have lavender bread, which is very cheap. They have pumpkin cookies, oatmeal cookies, honey cake, cranberry bread. Now, I could go nuts off of some honey cake and stuff like that. I love cake. I love cookies. But why do they have mint tea twice? Who knows? Who knows? Now, if I had a bunch of cherry juice, it would be great. But I don't want to spend $40 for each one. What I'm going to do is we're gonna buy. I'll go with the. Neither of these breads sound good to me right now. So, but they're cheap, which is what I'm going for. So I am gonna buy 5 of these, and I'm gonna bring them down here so that I can see them easily. And we were supposed to sell this damn corn dog. So, okay, now. Let's go. Let's hurry up and put this in our cell box. Then we're going to go see Sebastian. Then we're going to try to make our way to the museum. And we're going to take Evan his kidney beans. But I'm excited. I'm still excited about that gift that Shauna gave me. I mean, it's random what they give you. So when you get something like that, it's extremely, it's great. And the thing is you wouldn't even get it if you didn't do, something for them. So you've got to keep, you've got to keep at it, because when you do get those things, it makes a difference. You got to think about it. I was supposed to get the kidney beans. Jesus. But anyway, I'm just still too excited. I'm just blown away. But when you get things like that from people, you have to understand that this is something that may not seem like it's a lot. Like when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's really not worth it or something like that. It won't be like that all the time. You're not going to get something that's worth $400, $500, $600 each time. But there's the potential of that. So what you have to think about is, okay, even though I don't have time to stand there and chit chat with these people, I do have time to run around and grab stuff for them, because normally it's something that I'm doing myself anyway. So I'm already making crops. I'm already farming. I'm already probably fishing. I'm already going to the mine. So I might as well keep an eye out on things that people need, or at least have a stock of it, so that when it pops up on the request board, I can easily give it to them and hopefully, do a little bit better, because you're going to make more money from it anyway. That's number one. And then the social points to be is just extra. Okay, sugar beets. Great. Now they're only 1 coin each, which is like the greatest thing in the world to me. He also has wheat, which I think I'm going to buy some of that too. So I need sugar beets. I'm going to buy 36 sugar beets. And I'm going to buy 36 wheat. Hell with it. And I wasn't typing anything there. Okay, this still leaves me with 1,500. Now, I'm not going to be in the mines that long. Pocket that. I'm not going to be in the mines that long, so I'm going to actually hold on to these, even though they're taking up 2 slots that I don't want them to take up. But, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and hold on to these. I'm not going to put them in the slot or anything like that. Put them in the chest or anything. But you can also order furniture through the furniture shop. And since we're going to pass by there, I'm going to show you how to do that in case you may not know how. We're going to close that up. Hey, Shauna, she's going for her lunch. Okay, so we've got Vera here. Vera, you can buy and sell from her. Now, she may have something that you want. See, this angel statue is 1,300. It's crazy, the prices in this place. So you can buy whatever from her. But you can order furniture. So you will see here, everything that you have been exposed to is here. So I can actually order another crafting bench from her, a sawmill. Don't know why I would do that, because Eddie always has these. But just in case, you can do that. Any crafting recipe that you learn, I believe you can also buy from her. Now, she has the small trunk, which are the ones that give you... Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Hold on. Oh, I need to have a little drink. But okay. But she also gives you... The small trunk gives you, I think, 16 slots, as we saw. Maybe 14 or 16. Which is not bad for 200. Okay? It's a good start. But if you look at it, you start off with 16 slots. You get 3 times as much in slots if you were to pay the 1,200. Now, yes, I understand where you're coming from, because based on the money that you're paying, it's kind of not worth it. So get the first one. But you're gonna have to have a ton of those small storage spaces to be equivalent to one of the big ones. Now, if that's what you want to do, then by all means, knock yourself out. Do it. I like to do it the way that I've done it, because later on, when you start getting all of these minerals, all of these things from the mines, like the different gems and stuff like that, you're going to have to polish some. You're going to hold on to some. You're going to be doing different things. So you're going to need more space. Now, you can put certain ones in certain, I guess, chests, if that's what you want to do, or you can actually put, I'm sorry, or you can actually do, where am I going? I'm going to the museum. Or you can actually not only put, those in those slots or whatever, but you can also use the big one to just hold a bunch of them. Like that's what I was doing in a previous playthrough. I took one of the bigger storages, the $1,200 ones, and I started, this is really, really pretty right here. I was putting those items in the bigger slot, in the bigger storage, mainly because there was just so many of them that I just couldn't, I wasn't keeping track of all of them. And, it was just one of those things that you realize at a certain point, you say to yourself, you're like, you know what, I really just need a spot just to get rid of this stuff. I'm not trying to, oh, there's more bread, look at that. I'm not trying to deal with all of that stuff. Oh, here we go. I think with the museum, we can finally argue a case against Johns Corp. Everyone worked really hard to gather the materials needed to get that old building fixed up. But now we need everyone working so we can raise the taxes for the legal fees. I'm not sure how many people may be able to help with the actual gathering of the things to put in the museum. Don't worry about it, Tessa. I can handle it. But you said there were still more repairs and things to do. Well, yeah, but nothing I can't handle. I might have time to get the ores we need, and the bugs, and the fish, and the... That's so much, though. I sent everyone in town a letter about it. Maybe someone might be able to help. I really hope so. Johns is already staking claim to the Clementine mines, and who knows what will happen to the rivers and ocean. They already have a bad track record of polluting the area around them. How much of the museum do you think we need to stop them? I don't know, maybe around 50%. It's not much. That's so much, though. Oh, no. I just remembered I still have some paperwork to attend to. Good luck, Evan. We're counting on you. Same to you, Tessa. You're doing a great job. Thanks. I don't know. They might end up dating later. I don't know. But anyhow, is this thing still open? Oh, yes. I thought I had missed it. I really thought they closed at 5. Okay. Evan. Give him the kidney beans. Thanks, bro. You look like a bro to you. You really helped me out. I know. Have this. It's not much, but it's something. Let's see what we got from Evan. Some more money, it looks like. 12. Yeah, it ain't much. You're right about that, buddy. Well, anyhow, what I was saying was, when you get the storage, if you take a look at the storage, okay, if you get 6 of the smaller ones, which will cost you $1,200, you will have a lot more space. The only problem with that, however, is that you now have to deal with 6. You have to find space for 6 of them. Now, if you've got an abundance of space, which we have when we first start, that's fine. Buy those 6. The only thing is, the only caveat to that is you have to wait for those to get delivered. At least when you buy it from Eddie, it's instant. So at least at the very minimum, get you about 1 of those. Or you build up your, storage area. So every time you think about it, every time you've got an extra $200, you go over there and you buy a storage spot, a storage thing. I think it takes 3 days for it to be delivered. I'm not sure, but I do believe that's the standard amount of time that it takes for anything to be delivered. So you can build that up as time goes on. You have to have an empty space when you go to the mailbox and pick it up, just like with anything else. But it's worth it. I like the 1200 when I at least buy it at least once to put my stuff in. But now that talking through it, it will make sense for me to buy the smaller ones and just buy a bunch of them, because I have the space. It's not like I don't have the space. The first thing I'm going to try to do is to see if I can't get through this mine. And I forgot how to get through this, mine. So you may see me actually run into a bunch of dead ends. You may see me frustrated. Just bear with me, people. Bear with me. We're going to try to get through this. My pickaxe is actually about to go out already. That is so sad. I'm going to eat one of these because it gives me hardly anything, but it frees up a slot. But then the bread gives you a decent amount, really. Bread really does give you a decent amount for it to be so cheap. That's why I got the lavender bread and stuff. But obviously, the more ingredients you use, the more energy is going to regen, as well as the more you're going to get for it when you sell it. So let's eat a cranberry bread. That's not bad for the price. That's not bad. Get in there. Okay. Now we've got this one open. Yeah, raw nickel. A lot of this I'm figuring is still iron and stuff. So I'm probably going to pass it. That's probably copper. What's that way? Do I go that way or this way? Let's try this way. What is this? Okay, unpolished emerald. I do like the different colors that they have, and the different gems are really pretty. Do I want to go that way, or do I want to go this way? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to try a path, and then if I realize that that path is a dead end, I will try the other one, obviously. But in this way, at least if I pick the right path in the beginning, I'm not sitting up here at another, I'm not, I leave the other boulders there just in case. See, I don't know if this is the right way or not. I hate to open this up and it's not the right way. I think it is, but I'll forget it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah, this is taking. Okay, the silver axe broke. I was hoping not to break it because I wanted to sell it and get a little bit of money back from it, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not. I don't think it was a whole lot of money I would get back. But yeah, this is going to take up some energy. The good thing about it, like I said, is that the gold pickaxe can handle a lot before it breaks. And even though it's not the best pickaxe to have, it's still pretty good, based on others that you can get. So yeah, this might be my last boulder that I break. So let's get in here and try to see what we can see. There's that boulder over there, and then there's around here. Okay, there's a pool here. I don't know if this is the right way. I mean, eventually we're probably going to have all of these broken, all of these things done. And then there's a boulder here, of course. I don't know what we're going to do. Unpolished granite is here. That's some Nelsonite. Never heard of it before. Never heard of it before. So I'm gonna eat this last one. We're looking at Nelsonite here. I don't know. I don't know which way to go. But that's the beauty of this, is you can just pick, and it's okay to be wrong because you're still going to encounter something. You know, there's going to be something that you might actually need raw titanium. So, I mean, yeah, let's get out of here. I think we've done enough. Let's get out of here and get back home before we pass out. And let's unequip this just really quick. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I was going entirely the wrong way. Okay, so let's get our behinds back home. Let's see what time we're gonna get there. It's about 12:30 right now. I'm figuring a good hour or more. So that'll put us at 1:30. We still should be okay as far as passing out or anything like that. So let's just prove myself correct, you know. Let's get back home. I mean, once we're here, we're practically home, so let's just go. Get in there. You know, hopefully there's nothing else to do when we get back before we go to sleep. If there is, we're probably just going to put it off until we wake up because we don't have enough energy to really do anything. Why is this dude still up? Is that Fayaz? Yeah, I mean, I guess he opens up at about 8 or 9. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to, you know, you don't have to go to sleep when other people go to sleep. You can stay up as long as you want to, buddy. But yeah, it doesn't look like we have anything else. Nothing is grown yet, so we can get our carcass into bed. Oh, we still have to check. Let's check the TV. Weather, let's make sure it's still the same, 8%. But that's tomorrow because it's 1 a.m. right now. Vegetable salad, tomato and a lettuce, that's great. And then a brown wooden counter. Okay, a brown wooden counter, that's interesting. Okay, now I think earlier it said it was going to rain. Let's see if they're right. We should sleep a full 8 hours. I don't, you know, we're going to miss out on being up early, but that's fine. Yes, it is raining. That is wonderful. Let's check again the weather and see if it stayed. Yes, it's 8%, so that's correct. Kidney bean soup. Bunch of kidney beans and salt. Sounds about right. Crafting channel. A uranium sickle. That's cool. Alright, so it looks like we're in good shape right now. Let's see, we've got some stuff to pick up here, which is what? Turnips. Yeah, so we've got turnips to gather. We've got everything is being watered. We've pretty much got our full stamina available to us today. Today we may actually go and pursue some more of the mine because we will have the time to do it. What we might also do is go and see how much money we got. We're pretty much full up here, but we're gonna go and see what we can actually honestly get into. And if you didn't notice this button here, this button allows you to transfer things that are already over here. And then if not, it just takes it, you know, from where you left off, I guess you can say. But we're going to take this out because I kind of want similar things with similar things. So these are all kind of ores. and I want to keep those there for now. I don't have enough storage to separate everything, so we're gonna just put everything in here. Other than that, I have my iron axe. I'm gonna get my hoe out. I'm gonna get, I don't need my watering can out. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna need out. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna start just stocking up the recycling until I get a certain amount of recyclable items, and then go and take those and, you know, put them in. But anyway, this has been a longer than normal episode, but we actually did pretty good, I think. We've got some, obviously we got a lot left to do. I mean, we're only the 10th day of spring in the first year, so we've got a lot going on. We've got a lot of things to do, and you know, I'm pretty sure that, oh, there's more bread in there, you know, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to encounter some better stuff once we start getting the better tools. One of my primary goals every time I play this game, or play games like this, is first I got to generate income, and obviously in this case it's farming, it's doing other stuff. But when you get lucky with getting stuff out of the garbage, getting certain gifts or rewards or payment for doing something for someone else, you've got to, you know, reinvest that money. You've got to take that money and do something else with it. For me, it's storage and, you know, upgrading my tools with it. So, you know, it's helping me buy the different machines that I need. I mean, without it, it would take me a long time to do it, or I would be fishing for a long, long time. So anyway, on that note, we're going to end it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, leave me a dislike. Until the next time, I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, this is Just Trying to Play It, saying please stay safe.